good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. So, what I want to do is show you how to take a Hytera MD782, 782i, 785 U2 version, 450 through 520 megahertz, and bring it down on the ham bands. Also, modify the CPS into being a universal region, so that way your region doesn't have any issues. So you're going to download the CPS. I'll put the file name in there. I'm not adding a link. I purchased this software, but they sent me the wrong one, so I had to overcome that. But it is readily available on the internet. This is currently the European version, and I've got it in a North American radio. So let me go ahead and open the software. You can see the software version here. You see right there. Alright, I'm going to read from the radio. CPS area doesn't match. So that's the first issue we need to overcome. So I'm going to show you what to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and right click, show more, properties, open file location. This brings you to the CPS. Config file. Now the other issue is your firmware version needs to match your CPS version. If it doesn't, you need to either upgrade it or find the CPS version that matches. So the first numbers need to match. So if you got first two numbers, so if you got like firmware 09 or A9.02, that means you need 0902 CPS, which it references it in this folder here. So if you go into this folder, you got one subfolder, you scroll down to your model.dat, you're going to find two things set the information on this radio. You've got your area here, which sets your region for the CPS, and then you've got a frequency block. This sets the actual frequency for the radio. Now, depending on your radio serial number and computer install, it's going to generate a hashtag, which is going to reference this. There's 1,030 entries in here. Real sporadic information on the internet on how to basically get this to work. I'm going to show you a very, very quick way to get this up and running minimally. So what I'm going to do is, because this folder is actually zipped, I'm going to basically just make a copy, and I'm going to paste it right in here. So now I've got an original copy. I can just rename this if I need to go back. I'm going to take this folder, the 92 folder. I selected too many. I'm going to drop it on my desktop. Yeah, it's trying to do all of them. Sorry about that. Alright, my R92 is there. I'm going to right click it and extract all. Extract. Alright, this is going to take a bit. We'll be right back as soon as it's done. Alright, welcome back. So we've extracted our folder. I've tried Python and it does work, but on occasion it will mess up the formatting. So Chat GPT is the best choice. I've run out of, I was going to show you Chat GPT actually doing it, but I've run out of data. So let me go back and I'll show you Chat GPT and what it's done for me here. Alright, so this is the original update frequency values. You can see here I uploaded it and then it did it and I downloaded it. So I've already got the file here. So let me do this. 102. Double check our file structure, make sure everything's good. Alright, so we can see we have our areas set, and we can also see that all the frequency values have been changed to 432. So this is the file that we do need. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. Exit out. We'll go ahead and delete this file. We're going to paste it. Open it back up. And I'm going to scroll down. Yep, make sure we're good. 432, 432 on both sections of the line. Alright, so we're good there. The other issue we're going to run into is, now that we've extracted this folder, you see we've got the main folder, we have the subfolder R92 and it goes into our data. If we zip it on this folder, it will add a second folder to it, and that breaks the branch system for the file, and you'll get an error when you try to open. So what you want to do in order to get this right, open up your R92. You're going to zip the main folder here. Alright, so we're going to compress to zip file. Should only take a second. It's much faster to zip it. R92. Alright, so I'm going to delete this original one here. I'm going to grab this one, drop it on the... Come on. Why is it doing this? There we go. Alright, so if I open up this one, you'll see I have a R92 subfolder, and it goes right into that block. Alright. So all I'm going to do now is go ahead, right click, properties, open file location, go into my config folder. You can see we have the R92 copy. I'm going to grab this R92 and I'm going to drop it in there. Alright, cool. So R92 is in there. I'll go ahead and double check the file, make sure the formatting is correct. Again, model 432, and we've got our universal. Alright, now that that's done, we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and open up CPS. It was able to read it. Alright, let's read the radio. Alright, so now it is reading a North American radio with the European CPS. I will pull the information in. I'm going to also work on that Python script to make sure that it gets the formatting correct. So there's a backup, but once this is done with your computer, it should be good. Okay, as you can see, we're able to read from the radio. It's going through a reboot cycle there. And the easiest way to tell if everything worked the way it's supposed to, you can go to radio information. It will show your range. You can see here U2, 432 through 520. You can also go to help and about, and you'll see here CPS, the version, China, North America, EMEA, South, Latin America, so universal. It's a pretty simple process to do, and that works fine. The problem with 09.02 is the wideband mod no longer works. So if you buy a radio from eBay and it already has this file, the firmware level, you got to kind of stick with it. I would suggest if you get like a firmware level below 9, that like 0800, I would probably keep that, and you can do the super user license mod. You can find the information on that on Radio Reference. And that's going to be it for today. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button. I've got a lot of videos coming up on different mods and stuff that we do, homebrew, builds, amplifiers, stuff like that. So take it easy. 73 from N4AR.